Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Took a little longer because I had a cat literally track me down, charge at me, and then try to dig his way into the bathroom. So, I had to get him a treat. Just one, because I already given him so many. But I couldn't say no after that. So. Also, I got me treats. Okay. So I got my second giant egg, so this is actually a great time to go do the 2 quests at the junk heap. Sorry, I was focusing on work yesterday. When I said wheel time already got renewed. Last I heard, it is now contracted for at least 3 seasons, yes. And the second season, I don't even know if they finished filming it yet. And yeah, I know you watch while working too. It's all good. I don't mind lurkers. Last I heard. So. Hopefully if season 2 booms, they can dump Rafa. That's kind of what I'm... Bombs. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't even know how they'd fix it, though. Because some of the changes are just going to change so much of the story to begin with. But I guess at least they might be able to recover some plots, like some of the let's say non-traditional lifestyles that some of the societies have and stuff. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as long as it's all consenting, but be better off getting it canceled and someone else making it new following the source material. That's kind of, yeah. But it's early enough that they might be able to save it. They've already completely changed the Horn story, which could become problematic. They could always treat it as one of Egwene's visions and just start over. That actually... If they did some kind of, like, time skip, where they start with her in the tower where she's starting to have, like, visions and stuff. And then it goes to a whole, like, how did we get here? How do we do better next time or something like that? I can kind of see it. They wouldn't necessarily be able to fix everything, but they could at least write off some of it. Or even, like, one of the other Aes Sedai that had foretellings or something.
Guy with the gold necklace, eh? Yeah, I heard some folks saw him heading for the Forest of Myth.
Forest of Myth, huh? Maybe we should pay a visit.
So it's not completely unsalvageable, I don't think. If they start doing it right from the start, like, right? Quickly. But had such high hopes.
He's paying a lot of money for us to go find some old cooking knife.
Whether for love of food or fine cutlery, there is little doubt this man is a serious customer.
Maybe we could buy a whole bunch of knives for him. Then we'd be rich.
If he had 20 arms and could wield a weapon in each one, I am certain he would purchase a great many knives for himself.
That would be awesome.
Guys, this is a really stupid conversation.
Aww. Yeah, but they could at least attempt to write things. It's obvious that if they get a showrunner that is willing to follow the source, it's possible to fix. That's kind of what I'm thinking, though. Like, it's not going to be necessarily easy, but honestly, they couldn't do any worse in trying, at least trying to fix it, than what's already been done to the show. Recovery potion? Ooh. Dented metal bat? So I'm just trying to think of how much has been potentially irreversibly changed. And I think the big thing at this point would probably be the horn at the end. At the end of the first season, the horn story. I mean, and the age actually making them older, but it's like, yes, they butchered a lot of the world building and stuff, but they could easily just kind of gloss that over and keep it fixed going forward.
Wait, what? A man with a gold necklace?
Skip and Camelin and the horn are big. You're not sure how the Great Hunt is fixed. Yeah, because Camelin does suck, but at least they could get to that like as quickly as possible and try to correct it. But having Matt not blow the horn and then just having Fane take it outright, that's like a huge fuck up. Because without that, you don't get... Fuck, why can't I remember her name? Brigitte. And you don't get Matt starting to figure out what his deal is with being What's-His-Face reborn. At least not when you should. Plus, the only way you don't permanently fuck it up for the entire series is by having the Shadow Spawn and the Shadow Friends, i.e. Fane, be fucking morons and not blow it themselves. Which is classic, you know, cliche evil bad guy in any mediocre... That doesn't happen until he gets hanged. I guess, but... If the horn were to be, like, if the horn were to be linked to somebody else, then the whole thing is just fucked. And the only way that doesn't happen is if you go with cliche bad guy from any mediocre storytelling, and they for some reason don't blow the goddamn horn. Well, they got it, you know? Like, Fane had it there at the thing. He should have blown it there and just taken the gap, and then series is over. That's how they can fix it. That's how they can fix it in season 2. They have that happen in the first episode. Like, they legit have that happen in the first episode. And then you have either Egwene or Elida, like, shoot up because they just had either a vision or foretelling, depending on who it is. And then they, like, or even if not Elida, maybe somebody tells Moraine. And that causes Moraine to go off to Two Rivers to find the dragon. And the whole thing starts over again. And ta-da! We have just fixed the entire series. Guys, I have just fixed the entire series of The Wheel of Time with probably a 15-minute intro on the first season. The first episode next season.
You know him?
That'd probably be the best way to fix it, actually.
You bet I do.
Messes with everything at West
Ran
too.
off with
Yep.
my wife.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I thought he had a girlfriend.
If you find him, bring him back here so I can murder the bastard.
Sure, I'll consider that. Listen, do you know where he went?
Last I heard, someone saw him in Seafront. Goddamn bastard. I can't even bear to look at my wife anymore.
Guess it's back to Seafront for us.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's ways that they could fix it, but I have a bad feeling that they just don't care. Like, the entire world had such great, like, world building and... Oh, hang on. Woo! Such, like, great world building and development, and it's like, you can't have that development anymore. Everything has to start out awesome and fair and... Oh my god, why am I sneezing? When the whole point of good storytelling is watching the characters go through changes so that you might even help sway somebody else's mind. Considering the lack of remorse and essentially bullying a small Reddit group, yeah, Popcorn is ready for this all to come. Yep. I mean, honestly, am I gonna watch it again when the next season launches? Probably. We'll see what they do with it. I actually need to get back to my reread now that I am actually gonna have time. But no, I'm just I'm so disappointed though. I've been looking forward to Wheel of Time in other forms of media ever since I was a kid. You just want to see how bad they mess up the politics in the tower with Elaine. In the tower and Elaine. Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, I was supposed to go to the junk heap. Fuck. I got distracted. I kind of want to see actually what they do with the IEL. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a train wreck. Between their arguably, questionable lifestyle, but the fact that they have an entire sect of badass women, and the women essentially, just like everywhere else, the women essentially rule the world, which is why I think it's kind of dumb that they had to take away so many things from the Two Rivers boys. I feel though like some of that stuff they just won't be able to show. I'm actually really curious as to how they're gonna handle the sea folk as well. And the Shan-Chan, actually. Like, the leashed ones and stuff. Like, we've already seen that they have them and what they're doing with them. But if the story got as far as to when the, like, the Aes Sedai demand that... And I'm sorry if anybody doesn't want spoilers, but to be fair, these are spoilers for the books, and the show has been nothing like the books, so... But when the Aes Sedai demand that any, like, they set them all free... And it ends up having to be a demand that any that want to go free can go free, because some of them just say, like, they genuinely think they're a danger to the world if they're free, and they don't want to be. Considering we already have ball gags for the leashed ones, you don't see the IEL going well. Yeah. Well, no, and that's kind of what I mean, is it's... I don't know, there's just...
What to do? Ah, welcome. How are you? How you doing?
This is like... Anybody who's read the books knows that they are... I would say debatably like a masterpiece. Like, to me they were. Like, it's essentially what I rate everything that I read now off of. But it's like, they handled so many touchy topics. There's literally like no discrimination in almost anything except for where it, at least not from Jordan himself, like pretty much anybody can be anything, be it dick or hero. Like, there's even representation in lifestyles. Like, you know, yes, I admit some of the stuff could have been written more sensitively or correctly, but that's why you adjust those few things and make it more fitting for today's views and understandings about certain topics.
Hey there, how are things?
I don't know.
Things are great. Couldn't be better. Shades just took over the second floor of the junk heap is all.
Oh.
You don't seem too concerned.
Doesn't matter. No one cares. Folks don't go in that far anyway. Just makes it hard to gather materials for my new weapons.
If you can't work on weapons, that affects me. I'm gonna go clear him out.
Good luck. You ain't getting very far.
I think this kid's gone a little bit crazy.
Why not?
Shades tore up all the elevator machinery on the first floor. Ripped it up! If you want to use it, you gotta switch out the parts.
He's definitely a little bit gone.
Can you make those parts?
I'm gonna rearrange things on my desk.
I could if I had 5 broken batteries and 5 broken motors.
I'm pretty sure I do.
All right. I'll get the stuff and you make the parts. Deal? I've got the materials.
I farmed the
Some
shit out
robots,
of
did
there.
you? Killed them good. Ripped them apart. Well, let me get to work on this.
Yeah, I think he's gone a little bit insane. Just a touch.
Here, just put this in the elevator at the far end of the first floor. Good luck in there. Don't get dead. Could you bash up a bunch of robots while you're in there? Just rip them apart. Kill them. Yeah, yeah. By the way, what can I help you with?
Dude is creepy as fuck. What? Switches back and forth like that. Oh my god. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Hi. What can I sell you today? He sounds fun. Gideon is completely nuts. Where did the sharks go? There we go.
Come back soon. Rip them up.
Yep. He's gone. Wasn't I supposed to get a knife from here too? Maybe I have to buy it. I mean, you can blame him. I mean, can you blame him? His mom dies and his brother only to tear his arm off in an attempt to save him. Yeah. It's semi-understandable, because he was young when that happened, too, so... That's gonna mess with a kid. Stupid ladders. Yes, probably this one.
So we just need to replace the parts in this elevator, right? Perfect. Now we can head up to the second floor.
I'm guessing this, like, unlocks a new farming location for me?
First mechanical monsters and now shades. Some manner of curse been placed on this mountain?
Hey, there are shades to kill. It's fine with me.
Here comes some more.
They certainly are dedicated to this attack.
In terms of real time, yeah, maybe it wasn't as politically correct as today, but it does well with the issues at hand. It's a product of 20 to 30 years ago. That's kind of what I mean, is they could have easily, like, everything was in there. And even if it wasn't handled in a way that would be accepted today, you could still keep the core of what was there.
Be careful. This is a stronger shade than the ones previous.
Careful, my ass. I'll slice this guy apart.
Yes, how assuring.
All done?
Those shades are tricky when they work together like that.
I doubt this will be the last time we see such a tactic. We'd best use caution in the future.
Hoping there'd be more to it than that. That was kind of fun though. I literally grew up reading Wheel of Time. I don't know, honestly, I don't know where I would be without it. It was a big part of helping me stay okay when I was a kid. probably also part of what helped me kind of understand all of the shit and emotions I was dealing with from all of my bullying and like lack of support and stuff, and kind of gave me a way to learn about dealing with them and stuff. Because when I think about it, the way that I deal with stuff and kind of dissociate to just get through in the moment is probably, honestly, not that dissimilar from how the Aes Sedai do things. Or even like just the males and the warriors with like the void and the flame and stuff.
We took out the second
It makes me
floor
wonder if
sheds.
that's actually where I learned all of that. I never really thought of it in those terms before.
Thanks much, thanks much. Now I can make my weapons even more powerful and kill even more robots.
Aren't you concerned about the shades? I mean, one of those things killed your brother after all.
No, they didn't. Liar, liar! Robots killed my brother, not shades. Big, nasty robots. Squashed him like a bug.
You feel better, more nuanced in how it handles today's politically correct instead of smacked in the face. Stories are supposed to be subtle. Yeah, but Tooch, a lot of people these days don't get subtle. I know it's terrible, but... Because me and Max actually are running into something similar with another show we're watching called Falling Skies, where it's like, there's the core of a really good story there, but it's like everything is just like hit in terms of the plot points. There's no like lead up. There's no exploring ideas. And it's just a bunch of like cliches one after the other. And I feel like that's what a lot of things are these days. It's execution, then on to the next. Yeah. So I'm not saying every show is like that, but it does definitely seem to be something that's... Nothing learned, just told, yeah. It's like, we were talking about, like they had like a... The plot line for the last episode we watched was actually pretty good in and of itself, the major plot points. But the problem is that it was something that should have been told over the span of 2 or 3 episodes. And instead it was just like, it's like a 3-year-old telling a story. And then we went to the, like, it's like, and then the military took over, and then they tried to put everybody back into the, into jail, but then they didn't, and then instead they got to go and fight the big bad, and then they fought the big bad, and then they almost lost, and then the good aliens showed up, and they helped them win, but then the really good alien died, but then the son got to go back with his family, and then they all ended back up in town, and even though everybody was angry before, now everybody's happy. The end. I just summed up the entire last episode in about 30 seconds. Splash in some visual effects and there you go. But that's kind of... I find a lot of storytelling these days is just kind of
Gonna
going
kill
that
the
way.
Robots. Rip them up. Rip them all up. Isn't that right, Jacob? Right?
Oh boy.
I fear the lad's mind is gone. He seems capable of nothing but hate for those mindless mechanical automatons.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily against some changes to stories as long as they make sense and the core of what made it such a good story is still there.
Hey, you carry kitchen knives?
Sorry, we're out of stock. Don't even have the materials to make one.
And now he seems fine.
Are these materials something I could get?
Sure. I just need 10 titanium alloys. You can get them from some of those stupid robots.
Got it. I'll be back.
How many do I have? I have 5. All right. And we go... Actually, no, I want to do this quest first because I don't want to end up spending my titanium alloys on other stuff. Gotta run, have fun. All right, Mox, see you later. I am... probably about half an hour, I'm going to switch to VR. We got one major story point done today and a bunch of side quests. No. No! No! Stupid fucking ladder. I just break the ladder. Maybe this is why JRPGs are your spirit animal. They care more about the story and building than hitting points. Well, and that's kind of like... I mean, you guys all know that I'm, like, very much into the story when it comes to games. Like, I mean, I played through Death Stranding, and that game is essentially just one giant, like, delivery quest with heavy story. I wish I could just have these things all spawn at once. It's like, I do not need you spawning one at a time. I really don't. Think something spawns in here? Not where I wanted to throw that. I'm actually super excited for Spooktober and afterwards as well. Because I know I've mentioned this, but for Spooktober I'm doing every... Well, okay, I don't want to say every, because I think that there are some, like, mobile ones or something, the side games or whatever. But I'm doing, most of the Resident Evil games. I've got 1 through 8, plus 0, plus Revelations 1 and 2, with, I think, all of the episodes? At least I've got all of the episodes for one of those. And then afterwards, I think I'm gonna do the Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster. I've been wanting to play through that for like decades, so... I'm super excited to finally get to that. And then beyond that... I'm not sure. I have to figure it out. There's so many. I have to kind of go through my game list and see which are on my story list that I've been really wanting to do. I know there's a ton. Probably, actually, maybe Immortals Phoenix Rising. And then I've also got Kingdom Hearts that we just got as well. But then I know that there's going to be some on the computer as well, so... Crap, I was trying to roll through it to get the treasure. I failed. I'm just hoping that I can keep streaming full time so that I can keep getting to all this content, because... Kinda, you almost jumped right into the lava. I think I'm definitely gonna try and fit a lot more RimWorld in, though. And maybe even... We'll see how things like Oxygen Not Included do as well, but I know RimWorld does very well for my numbers. At least while we're growing. I think I'm like level 30 now. Level 30. Okay, there's one titanium alloy. Oh, it didn't go far enough. Kinda. I think you were in the way. There we go. I don't know why sometimes the door closes like right away and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, this is where I need to have Dark Blast on, though. Well, I mean, Tucci, you know that I'm a sucker for a game with a good story. It's not to say I don't like things that are just straight up action or anything either, but... Well, I was talking about it, actually yesterday. I don't know if you were there for it, Tucci, but I was talking about how I feel like more games need to... focus a little bit more on story, because I feel like that's why maybe some of the AAAs are kind of flopping so hard lately, is because if your mechanics are slightly iffy or you don't have the most unique of gameplay, that can often be offset massively by a good enough story. But I feel like some of the... I feel like many games these days just keep trying to be innovative. Or try to cater too much to what they think people want. When it's like, no, the average Joe isn't a game developer for a reason. At least I'm getting some of these titanium alloys. How many have I gotten? Vroom. 8 out of 10 that I needed for the quest. That's actually not bad. Okay, go this way first. It's why you'd rather put time into Genshin than newer games. The Sumeru Archon stuff is better. Some of the best writing you've seen in a long while. I mean, the storytelling in that game for them is actually pretty damn badass. I did still enjoy the story in, Horizon Forbidden West was really good, too. But again, we kind of saw that they could do the world building and storytelling from the first, so... I know there's a few new games that I'm interested in. I don't even remember what all of them are called. One is Forspoken, I think. Was one of them. Then there was another one me and Muck saw that was like this guy that had like, he had like, I mean, you guys know how I am, is I don't really look games up. You haven't gotten Forbidden West yet? Not a fan of the Sony price hike and just don't have the time. I couldn't help myself. Zero Dawn was one of my favorite games of all time, so I had to. But yeah, I think it's Forspoken is one that I want. And then there was another one, and I can't remember what it was called. But it was like, this guy had like bullets and he did like a lot of fire and stuff. I don't know, you guys know how I am with games, is I will see like a trailer or a teaser and think, that looks like fun. It's like me and Mux have been playing a little bit of Smite. And I kept getting this, you can like watch ads for like prizes or whatever. And there was this one that looked like a game, and I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. But then the ad cuts off before it tells you what it is. So I'm just like, there are a few games coming up you'll get, but you haven't been getting new releases the past few years. No, makes sense. I mean, yeah, there's been a few that I've been interested in, but it's not... There haven't been a ton. Probably the only reason I've even gotten things on release. Like, Eternal Cylinder was actually fun. I got that one. Kena was like, I really loved Kena. The story on that was incredible, too. And kind of fits in with my whole ecology vibe too. Like, I've gotten a few, but yeah, most of the ones that I do get are usually indies nowadays. Ow. I'm not even sure if the two I mentioned are going to be indie or AAA priced, to be honest. One of them, I know, was one of the Sony showcase things, but that doesn't mean much because Stray was too, and that was like a $40 game. So was Kena. So... I mean, if there's a slow period for new games, that's not necessarily the worst thing for me. It means that maybe I'll actually get through some that I want to play. Because my list is ridiculous right now. One thing I do want to try and play more is more Lost Ark. I played it a little bit, and I was actually having a lot of fun with it. keep games like that and Genshin and stuff for my weekends. All you'll say is I need to do Sumeru's Act 2 for the Archon quest on stream. It's wild. Okay. I will make a note of that just for you, Tooch. Actually... if... what is it? It's like the 21st? So we've got like 10-ish days till the end of the month. If I finish this, I won't have... I don't necessarily want to start a new story game before October. So if I finish this, then I could do Genshin in the mornings. 3.0 will end Tuesday night. Does that mean I should need to do it before Tuesday? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I'm actually pretty close to finishing, like, I've done all the event stuff. I've just been working on the other event stuff to try and grind Primos. Actually... Friday is my flex day. No, yeah, I think my event stuff is done. I'll take a picture tomorrow. I'll take a picture tomorrow morning. Unless there's like new stuff for the Act 2. But Friday is also my, like, I'm gonna keep Fridays a flex day where I can either do, like, the main story quest or whatever I feel like. So maybe we'll do this on Friday morning, and then maybe we'll do Genshin on Friday afternoon. I've been wanting to play more Genshin anyways. I need to do the phase trials and tablet analytics. Oh, I've done those. Yeah, I've done them. And I think I'm gonna be 2 or 3 fates away from another 10 pull for Sango. So I need to play more anyways, so maybe Friday I'll play. Depending on how much progress we get on this, maybe I'll even do just like a full day of Genshin or something.
Great. I'll get to work on the knife right away. There you go. One world-famous junk heap kitchen knife.
World famous, huh?
Vegetable or bone, nothing cuts better. It's based off a design from my father.
Your father cooked?
Yeah, he did pretty much all the cooking. All Mom could do was bake bread. I sure miss those days.
Okay, can you upgrade anything?
What can I help you with?
That's not what I wanted to click, but that's okay. Oh, I can buy a ton of ore.
Come. What can I help you with?
upgrade anything that I like. Ooh, I can upgrade this again. Oh yeah, because I got my eggs! Ooh. I'm just kind of upgrading everything based off of how cool the name sounds. To start with. Alright. Okay, guys. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna take a break. That break might be slightly longer than normal, because I'm gonna be switching over for some Skyrim VR. We're gonna create a character and all of that straight from scratch. I will have the camera on so you guys can watch me play back in this space over here. I'm gonna have to move some furniture and stuff as well. Yeah, we've modded it to high hell, so there are, so Skyrim VR on its own is kind of eh. We have modded it to have beautiful graphics, full physics simulation, so not only can I pick up objects and corpses and stuff, but we just recently added one that lets me, like, grab living people and living things, so that you can, like, say, like, grab somebody and stab them. And then I've added something called Shadows of Skyrim, which is a mod that adds a Nemesis-like system from, Shadow of Mordor. So, hold tight, guys. I will be right back, and then we will give that a try for a few hours.